Pennsylvania. It's all public. Most of it's not even classified. The feds can take over every radio, TV station, you name it. Now, the technology czar, the internet czar quit and said the NSA and Defense Department's taking over the entire web. They could have shut it down before. Now they're taking over the local hubs, admitting they're getting ready to end the web as we know it. And so, yes, the schools, as all part of this heightened fear, have shooting drills, takeover drills. The public schools are basically little mini prison camps. If you studied a Soviet re-education camp, they're more and more becoming very similar to those. Death education, zero tolerance, no dodgeball allowed, then no tag allowed, then no running allowed, then no shaking hands or high-fiving allowed. Literal prisons, more prisoner control than even, a medium prison. They can shake hands or high-five or have contact, in their 1 hour a day at a medium-grade prison. And so this is where, if you're domesticating an animal, it's easier to get the puppy or the colt or the calf or the piglet and get it used to humans that way. That's the best way to do it. Not to have to break an already free person. I'll never forget Handgun Control Incorporated bragging in the Austin American Statesman, an article I was in when I caught them engaged in some behavior. And they said, look, we've got your children. We're going to ban your guns. We've got the schools. And they laughed about it. See, they're going to wait. It's funny. We've given them our children. We've given them control. And they're just like, look, we're taking over. Time is on our side. It's like, time is on our side. Or is on my side. What's the Rolling Stones song? In fact, John, pull that up for folks. Maybe we'll pull it up on YouTube and come in with time is on our side. Well, if we start thinking that way, time is on our side. You see, and just get involved and realize we have power and can affect change. But yeah, they just do that to make any incident, we're here protecting, we're locking things down, to introduce the idea of mass shootings and violence. And, every couple of weeks I see them arrest somebody for writing about violence in their English class. And it'll be, at first he wrote about the school and said it was a story about hostage, people taking over, repeating some 24 episode. And then he wrote a story, another one about zombies at a fictitious school, but we're still arresting him, charging him as a terrorist. Actually saying it was fiction, but he's arrested. And we commend his grandparents for turning him in. And the senior's like, God, I'm going to prison, huh? And the police are like, we don't care if it's, a fiction story. You're going to prison, boy! So, there's no free speech for young people. It's just the tyranny is so intense. Anything else there, Randy?
Well, I was talking to my children, told them this is just a test, and they're kind of preparing everyone and for everyone to become acclimated. But on a different subject, basically, when I tell people this, and I've been passing out your copies of your movies and information for almost a decade now, and so the bottom line is, I notice even though people are waking up, there's a huge amount of people that when you say there are things wrong, something stinks in paradise, they agree. But then as soon as you start saying what it is that stinks, no, I can't go there. I don't want to believe that. They become disconnected immediately. They think they choose it like, I don't want a blue ball hat. I want a red baseball cap. They think I always hear that. I choose not to believe that. I choose not to believe that. What type of delusional Fruit Loop just says, I choose not to believe I'm on a 50-story skyscraper. I'm going to jump off. I'm choosing. It's just, they're delusional idiots, man. There's a world government with eugenicists coming down on us, and I don't know what we're in there. Go ahead, sir. Well, I've passed out tons of your materials over the years and will continue to do so, and I see some light at the end of the tunnel, but we're still in the tunnel. And so I wanted to make you aware of that, and also about the Proverbs, which is absolutely true. They hate Christ or the Lord, and they love death.
They do. They love death. I'm telling you, I've met a globalist who doesn't lick their lips and get excited about death. It's just, it's just so much fun to them. They're just, folks, either you get sucked into goodness or you get sucked into evil.
Choice.
And you're going to serve one of them. And I appreciate your call, sir. Look, I know we got a lot of other callers from Randy in Texas, Corey in Denver, Mike in Wyoming, and then I'm going to take those 3 calls, but I got to cover the news as promised first when we get back, and I will do that in great detail on the other side of this quick break. I'm Alex Jones. Oh, and somebody called. Yeah, it's Peter Dale Scott's the professor that's talked about how the establishment controlled the right-wing movement as well through the Hunt brothers and the Council on National Policy. Definitely New World Order all the way, absolutely. But there's some people that obsess and say it's the key to everything. It's minor.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.